My weekly review takes place in two parts. So the first part takes place on Fridays at my office, where I get clear and I get current with all of my work stuff. I use Trello, so that really helps me to move different cards onto the different boards wherever they are. I check my waiting fors, I check my calendar, and I update all of my next actions and using my trigger lists to go for everything that has to do with work. It's helpful for me to think this way in this context. I realized that when I tried to do this at home, I would always miss things because I wasn't sitting at my desk in my office. It really helps me to be in the place where I do the work, to think about the work. The other piece of my weekly review takes place early on Sunday mornings, hopefully before my kids get up, so that I can make a cup of coffee and sit and do a personal weekly review. This is also a family weekly review. How did the week go? What's coming up this week? Are there any doctor's appointments? Is there anything important that's going on at my kids' school that I need to do? When I tried to do this at home, I couldn't think of all my work things, and I ended up getting really flustered. I would toggle back and forth between work and personal, and it took a really long time because I have little ones. I would get interrupted a lot. So separating it in these two ways shortens both the pieces for me and allows the thinking to take place in the context where I need it. So the other piece that I use in my weekly review is before I started GTD, I used a spiral based paper planner, and I really liked it and I didn't want to give it up. So I no longer use the paper planner as a planner, but I liked it because it has a journal component. So as part of my weekly review on Sunday mornings, I add any activities that I did that week to my planner/journal, and I note, did they attract or repel me? I'll do this with a smiley face or a sad face or heart. And sometimes I'll take some time in the journal each week, the planner each week, and do a reflection. And I like this because at the end of the year, what I have is a week by week account of how my year went. And I can really make some mindful choices about what I want to repeat the next year and what I want to leave behind coming up in this new year. So, for example, this month, I made sure to take my kids sand sledding. We did it last year for the first time, and it was great. When I reviewed that in my planner, I realized I wanted to make sure that that was an activity that we repeated as a family this year. The piece that I left behind is I changed doctors. So I noted in my planner that I really wasn't happy with my doctor's visits. And even though there were only 2 or 3 of them throughout the year, being able to reflect this way was really helpful in helping me to make a new choice. So my weekly review takes place in the context in which I need to do the thinking. Half of it at my office, half of it at home. And then I am able to get creative by using a journaling component that allows me to reflect on each week and therefore the year at the end of each year.